What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here at Pagel Services, and today I want to show you guys a new purchase. Well, look at those shiny new rims on that dump truck there. Put those new caps on there yesterday. She's looking awfully fly for a 1996. But we did make a new purchase yesterday, guys. We got another truck for our fleet. Obviously not brand new, but this is a 2015. It's got 113,000 miles on it, so it's like new to us. It's a rust-free truck, came from down south. In my eyes, guys, this is the perfect landscaping truck. The gasser is nice. I know a lot of you guys like diesels, but the gasser is nice. You don't really have to worry about having too much power or employees kind of like knowing how to drive a diesel. In these gas trucks, they can just get in them and go. They're going to tow everything a diesel can. Obviously not as fast and not as efficient. But as far as the gas, it's simple. And then if you have repairs are usually pretty easy on these gas trucks. Plugs, wires, manifold gaskets, stuff like that. You get into the diesels, and it can be fuel systems, DEF systems, all that crazy stuff. So I really stand behind the gas trucks for employees. And I really like this body style of truck. As most of you guys know, we had a lot of the older style trucks. A lot of guys call them cat eyes, the 03 to 07. So we're trying to upgrade the entire fleet to these 15 to 19 Silverados. I really like the 6.0 engine that they have. The transmissions, we haven't seen a lot of issues with them. We do service our stuff very frequently here, so that plays a big toll into all of this. Now this body style is a little bit different. It's got the little doors in the back, and that's not something like I sought after, but I did need another short bed truck with 4 doors, just for the more space, and if they have another guy going to the job or whatnot, it works out pretty well. Honestly, this truck drives like a brand new truck. This drives better than my truck, honestly. Very nice, very clean, straight, no major dents, ready to go. And I paid $21,000 for this truck. So if I was to go out and buy a brand new one, you know, that would probably be $50,000 to $60,000, not sure. This is going to be great for us. This is going to last us at least 10 years and make us some money. So today Sean's going to be installing mud flaps. We run a power cable to the back of all our trucks so we can plug it into the dump trailer if the dump trailer ever dies. Big plug cable. And we're going to be getting rid of these wheels and tires, putting factory wheels and tires on it. I don't really want to look like a 18-year-old kid out doing jobs for landscaping, so those got to go. So other than that, this truck's going to be pretty much ready to go. We are going to put a dump bed in this one, so we have a short bed dump bed box that we're going to put in here. Works great on smaller jobs, or if you're doing little 2-3 yard mulch deliveries. Works great for. The other thing Sean is going to be installing today is the Timbren blocks for the back suspension. They will rest on the rear end, so when you're hauling heavier loads and stuff like that, pulling trailers, hauling mulch, dirt, and all that stuff in the dump bed, it is super nice to have those Timbren blocks in the back. So Sean's going to be installing all that, and this truck will be basically ready to go to work tomorrow. So I've never actually owned one of these short 4-door trucks, but I looked at this when Dan brought it back, and I kind of giggled because all I could think is, there's no way Dan is fitting in here. There's no way if they got to go to a job and Dan's got to get in the back. Like, it ain't happening. I'm not saying I'm small, but you know, let's go to the job, guys. Get me, Dan, and Sean in the back here.
That looks comfortable as hell for me.
Yeah, maybe you and Holly. I don't know. It's not. The other thing Dan said too when he brought it back, he's like, this thing needs running boards. And I was like, yeah, for you, you're not going to be driving this truck. Everyone else here is average height. All right, guys, we got a special announcement today. Most of you guys aren't going to know this, but today we are celebrating our 250th video here on YouTube. That's right, 250 long-form videos, guys. That's a ton of recording, ton of editing, and a ton of fun we've had. And we just want to say thank you to all of our viewers, all of our followers, and especially to all of our YouTube members. We truly do appreciate you guys, and we couldn't do all this without you guys. With that being said, we do want to celebrate a little bit. 250 videos. That's kind of a celebration time, guys. To celebrate, our 2026 calendars, guys, are going to be 10 times entries. So get on over to our merch store, pagelservices.net/shop. Check out our 2026 calendars. They got pictures of all of us working in there, different trucks and equipment. It's going to get you a ton of entries to our current giveaway. And if you're not aware, we do giveaways here on our YouTube channel. And this month we are giving away $4,500. So if you want a chance to win this $4,500, guys, get on over to the merch store, pagelservices.net/shop. Every dollar you spend is going to get you entries. Now, these 10 times entries are only available from today, Thursday, through this coming Sunday, guys. So get on over to the merch store, get yourself entered. And there are a limited stock on these, guys. So get on over to the merch store and get yourself a ton of entries. So, like I said, super excited about that purchase. Realistically, we probably need to buy 3 more here within the next month and a half. And we'll be sitting pretty good on trucks. Yeah, that's Dan's whole day right there. That's all he's getting done today.
Just take a lap.
All right, we're back here out at the shop, and we still got stuff getting fixed. We're still kind of going through some equipment here. Sean's been in here all week. I've been working on the dump truck a little bit. Dan's in and out. He's getting his spray rig ready. It's just part of the springtime rush here in the landscaping season. So, got a couple things left to do on this dump truck. I got to replace this brake chamber here. As you can see there, she's a little rusted there. Then on the other side, I had this fuel leak here. So I pulled that all apart. Put a new washer in there, some RTV, that should be good. Some new rubbers in the fuel tank straps. And this truck's gonna be ready to roll. Ain't no way that battery's bad.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Oh, I even tested it and everything.
Well, I heard it turning over in the basement. It was turning over just fine.
Yeah, and then it dropped right off to nothing.
Okay.
So I put
Alright.
it on the battery charger and brought it out here. Then nothing.
Okay. Alright, we'll get that hooked up and we'll see how it starts. But I got a feeling you're gonna have to pull that bowl out and clean the fuel bowl again.
Oh, yeah.
Just for some reason this machine always, I don't know if Dan dumps a handful of flowers in when he fills it up with fuel or what.
Basically an electrician.
How far along until it's 100%, Dan? What percent is it at right now?
We're ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, we're probably 75%.
Okay. Don't touch those two together.
Why?
This hunter got electrocuted 3 times last video.
Oh, so it wasn't. Oh.
Hey, well, there's one. Here, I thought you were smarter than Hunter.
Well, I'm only going to do it one time. Key, Derek. Think it's going to start?
Yes.
I got to check the oil again. I just got her all changed up pretty. How close am I going to be, Derek?
You're going to be right at the line.
Can't beat it.
What is it, 100% now?
No.
And Sean's going through all the wiring on this trailer, so he went through 2 trailers yesterday. There's always lights or something wrong with your trailer wiring and stuff, so it's best to just pull them all in, go through everything, and make sure everything's working. So, of course, he's using one of our trailer light testers to do that, guys. That's one of the first ones we ever made. The new ones look a lot nicer than that. Check them out in the merch store, guys. They are available, and it just makes it super easy. You just plug your trailer in, push the button to test all your functions. Of course, that's going to get you entries on the current giveaway as well. Go ask Sean how his wiring's going. He's probably stressed out, so be careful.
You like this kind of stuff, Sean?
No.
Did you get up in there and watch the wiring repair?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's heating them all up.
Yeah. Probably be heating his lunch up here pretty quick. Hunter and Holly, they're out power brooming. John and Eric, they're out doing spring cleanup. So Dan, he's going to be treating lawns here real quick. And we got new guy starting. He's actually rolling. So his name's John. He actually worked for me this winter. And now he's coming here kind of full time. He is retired, so he doesn't want to work 40 hours a week, but he's still going to come work. So he's out rolling lawns, so super exciting job there, back and forth all day long. So yeah, I had to fix that fuel leak. It's been seeping forever. Somebody had put RTV around it to just try to half-ass fix it, and I actually had to pull the whole thing apart, which meant loosening the tank straps, turning the tank, a lot of dinking around, but Sean's got plenty of stuff to do, so see if we can get these rubber tank straps back in there. Find them in the merch shop. Could have a red strobe light. You know, that'd come in handy a lot, guys. So yeah, once we get this this fuel tank in, and get this new brake chamber in, this truck will be ready for its DOT inspection, and I already know it's going to pass that. So I've went through everything, rolled underneath of it, everything's checked over, all the brakes are good, and she'll be able to get trucking and making some money here. So these rubber straps just keep the tank from moving once these straps get cranked down. I don't know. Sometimes I feel stupid for explaining the things I'm doing, because there's guys like me that already know this, but I don't know. There's people that don't know this, so I gotta pretend like I'm talking to Derek most of the time.
You are.
Yeah, I'm talking to Derek. If you didn't have this rubber in here, the tank would slip and move all the time. We gotta put some rubber on here. And it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but see if I remember how to work that and stuff. So actually what I took out of here was a bunch of old like tire rubber. Somebody had cut up like a tire and put it in here. So we're doing it the right way. You guys know that's how I like to do stuff. You know, it's kind of like that hood I have for this truck. A lot of people have been asking me, why isn't the hood on there? And I still need to purchase the headlights, the grill, the emblem. I still need to paint it. Could we rip that hood off and throw it on today? Probably, but I'd rather do it right. We'll keep struggling with the hood for a little bit until I get some extra money and can buy all the headlights, and I think I need to buy the hinge bracket too. So this video is going to be about how to put your rubber on. Coming from a guy with 3 kids, probably not the guy to show you how to do that. I need some light on the situation here. I have noticed that like once you get to 40, your eyesight gets a little worse. You know, I don't know. Seems like I have trouble in the dark a little more than I can remember. We're almost 40. Derek looks at me like, what are you talking about?
I've been legally blind since 19, so.
Yeah, well, I've had 20/20 vision forever, and I'm just now noticing like it's like harder to see in the dark, so who knows. All right, I got one rubber on. I never did ask you, how did Dan get you footage for that?
Yeah, he sure did.
Picking up the truck.
Yeah. He got me one 1-minute file.
What?
Yep. I gave him a camera. Said record the story. And I got one 1-minute file.
So we sent Dan and John, the new guy, to go get that truck yesterday. It's up on the other side of Madison. Yes, it was in Wisconsin, but it did come from down south. We sent the camera with Dan, and that's all he got was one
1-minute file.
All right, so I guess we'll show you guys that. So we gave Dan the camera and said, why don't you go record this interaction Hey, I'm here looking at the truck. Here's the truck. Hey, I'm test driving the truck. Everything seems to be alright. Hey guys, I'm driving the truck home. This truck drives great. We'll see you when we get back to the shop. It's not like that?
Not even a little bit.
Alright, well, let's cut to that. You guys can check it out. Dan's pickup truck purchase roll.
Pagel Services presents Dan Takes a Camera.
One of these, so we edit it out. Well, I'm here with the new guy, John, and I figured he's giving me a nice little ride up here to get another truck today. But figured I'd tell him what we found in this car when I went and got it. So, go out there. I already told him about going to Cincinnati for it. I get back in the middle of the night, park it. The next morning, Caleb and Derek go ripping through it, and in the center console, they find a huge bottle of cologne, and then a receipt from a Hustler store it was called the Double Stroker. It was a sex toy, and they thought it was me that stopped. No, it ended up being the guy that owns the dealership. He was using this car as his personal car.
Oh my god.
And then forgot those in there. Yeah, Caleb sent the dealer a message like, "You want these back?" And he just said LOL or something along those lines. It was pretty good.
Just gotta roll this tank back a little bit here. Wiggle, wiggle. It's about where it was before, because I couldn't get to this thing, so now we just line these straps back up and crank her down with the bolts, and away we go. So I actually do enjoy working on stuff. I just don't really get the chance to do it much anymore. And when I started this business, I worked on everything, fixed everything. Now, I'm usually busy doing other stuff. Don't get to, but it is nice once in a while to just fix some stuff. And I don't know how to explain it, but you know, getting this fuel tank back on and back in order just feels more rewarding than doing some bookwork or, you know, making some new program at the office. So it's just me putting some nuts on and tightening them down. So I don't think the viewers are much gonna care that we get a shot of me tightening up these nuts, you know.
All right.
If this was another YouTube channel, maybe we could screw them down and torque them to proper spec, but we're just gonna rattle them down and call her good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be big rigging here in no time, folks. All right, we got the fuel tank all strapped up, ready to go.
Sean, would you be willing to answer Derek's dumb question of the day?
Depends on what it is.
What is that going to do?
No idea. Here's my dumb answer.
Is it the truth?
You'll never know.
All right, we are out here at the dirt pile, and I had John and Holly come out here yesterday. We got some things cleaned up, and I kind of got the pad leveled up there. One thing I want to try to figure out is a better setup for the screener and the conveyor. I really want the conveyor to throw all the screen dirt into some kind of shed or hoop building. So trying to map all this out. Holly and I just got out here. We were going to do some measuring and mark stuff with the paint can. But then I thought, well, we might as well get an overhead view with the drone, and then I could work on it on the computer and kind of place things where I want, kind of try it that way. But we're going to measure this up, and you guys can see how this whole process is going to go. There's a lot of variables in this, and it's a very small area, and we already have the loading dock built here for loading trucks, so we kind of got to cater it around that loading area. So but let's go measure this up and see what we got. Well, it's 39 degrees and 40-mile-an-hour winds. I figured it'd be a good time to do some drone practice flying today.
Drone practice. It's fine. With who?
I just want a picture of this site from the sky view.
Okay.
We're gonna try and do some measuring. So get that drone out. Let's see if Derek will wreck it here in the wind. It's just dirtier. The inside of Derek's car is dirtier than any one of our work trucks, dump trucks. He wins the all-time top award for dirtiest car of
The
all.
cleanest my car's been in 5 years.
Well, I just dropped Holly off. Derek went back to the office. It was way too windy to film out there, and it was freezing. So we drew some stuff out, but I'm gonna head on up to the office, try to get everything sized, and then play around with where I want stuff, and I'll show you guys that process. So a lot of different ways to do this. I don't know if I want to get a carport, put it on top of some concrete blocks, or like a hoop building, put it on concrete blocks, or which route I want to go. But I'll tell you what, I'm sick of covering up the dirt pile. It's really a pain, you know. It's just not something you want to be doing at 7, 8 o'clock at night. You're always watching the weather, and then every time you go out there to get dirt, you got to uncover the damn thing. So having some kind of shelter, and it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. If it's pouring rain with some side winds and a little bit of water gets on the pile, it's not a big deal. It's just covering the majority of it. So, but yeah, let's get up to the office and I'll show you guys what I'm thinking here. All right, we're back in the office here, and I got the site pulled up from Derek's pictures. As you can see there, there's Holly and myself walking around while he took pictures. So I got the screener here, I got the conveyor, and I got a 20 by 30 building hoop shed. This is pretty close to size. I know this is right, and I know this is right. So now I can kind of move them around and see where I want them. Again, this is my loading dock over here, so I gotta be thinking about where that is. But my thought is this goes here. I'm gonna have to put some more fill back in around here, but try to get that there, and then possibly like this. But then you're driving your skid loader in and doing 180s to load the truck. So I kind of want it this way, you know, and then my goal would be to have that conveyor stick in that building about 4 feet, shoot the dirt right into the building. So this is kind of what I'm envisioning here. And then obviously all of our dirt's piled here. I think we would probably start dumping the dirt closer to over here so that we're not traveling so far to the screener. But yeah, this is pretty easy. This is a lot better than standing out in the freezing cold and marking stuff out. So what would be cool is if I could put this building like down here, because it would be like 15 feet below this level. Nothing works good. I already made this loading dock over here, so I kind of have to work with that. You know, it kind of makes sense to have it this way, but I don't like that, so kind of screwed. I wish I had more space, but I got to make do with what I got. And like I said, I'm sick of covering up this dirt pile. We got to make this work with what we got. So this here wouldn't be too bad. It's kind of what I'm thinking here. Use technology to your advantage. You know, I think what would probably happen is the pad down here is going to get bigger, or I could get a longer conveyor, something like that. I don't really know. Just scratching my head here, but if you guys got any ideas, feel free to throw them down in the comments. All right, just getting out here to the shop. Saturday, we just went live on YouTube and announced the dump trailer winner, so that was pretty cool. We got a guy coming in with a load of stuff that I bought from the auction. Now, you know, you guys know I always buy weird stuff at the auction, so I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to let you guys kind of see what it is on the trailer, see if you guys can guess what I'm going to do with it. You know, these two things are very weird, but we'll get it all unloaded and then we'll take a look at it, and I'll explain to you guys my thought process here. So as soon as the truck driver shows up, we'll get outside and get this stuff unloaded. All right, we got our big load of junk here. Somehow this avoided the scrap yard and got to Pagel Services instead. Boy, you guys guess what this contraption? Better, yeah. Tell me, have you ever seen anything like this? Because I never have. I'm telling you, the price was right, guys. The price was right. That I did not need. That was probably a stupid purchase, but we'll take a look at it. I think we're gonna have to use 2 skid loaders.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty heavy.
Yeah, so maybe if me and you just get a skid loader and then she could pull the truck ahead.
Yep.
And we could let it down.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Alright, we got that contraption unloaded, a little heavier than I thought. Took 2 skid loaders. He got about 45 minutes from here and blew an intercooler boot, so well, actually the top boot that goes to the turbo, so he got super lucky, and I happen to have one in a brand new clamp, so let's go see if he's gonna have any luck here. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need the 10?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's always something, ain't it?
Every day.
Oh.
Every day. We're used to that around here.
So luckily we keep parts on hand. These are actually for my derby truck.
Really?
So we got pretty lucky there. I ended up just putting an ad on our Facebook page and had like 10 guys messaging me right away. So this guy lives pretty close to where the auction was, so I figured that'd work out pretty good.
That's always something with these things.
Yeah, it's all right. It's an easy fix. Nothing major.
No. Oh, no, I just put a head gasket in the CP3 pump in it last winter.
Yeah, it can get expensive. Is that auction place pretty big down there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that went with me, he used to live up there,
Oh,
and
okay.
he said that's the biggest that's ever been.
Huh. Yeah, I just needed that conveyor for my dirt screener.
I figured.
The other dirt thing I didn't really need, but I figured what the hell, it's got a motor on it. Maybe I'll use that. I was bidding on another truck this morning online out in Ohio.
Oh, yeah?
It's a 15 regular cab, white. Only had 40,000 miles on it. Gas.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I bid it up to 31,000.
Should we look for more?
Yeah, 32. We can buy used trucks with 100,000 miles on them for here. We don't need brand new nice stuff. So. Yeah, and like I said, I don't think the auto parts store would have this.
Probably not.
I think I've tried before and they don't. He would have needed a boot and a clamp.
Take a trip home. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, well, we got that guy on his way. that worked out pretty good for me and him. So he got this stuff up here right away. And well, let's take a look at what I bought here. If you guys have watched my channel, you've seen my homemade dirt screener, and I've always said I want to build some big box that can grind the dirt up a little bit, break it up, and then feed it into my screener. So when I saw this on the auction, it was basically the kind of the image I had in my head, so I had to buy it. This thing's super heavy duty built. I mean, I can't even imagine how much this belt would cost, but it looks, I mean, it looks almost new. It looks like it was barely ever used. My pipe dream here is, so right here, I want to build this out to an actual hopper, and then those giant grinder bars that I have in the shop that we made, I want to have them inside of here and kind of grinding up the dirt a little bit, breaking up. You know, we're not necessarily shredding it. We're just kind of breaking up the clumps, getting it down to a smaller size. And then as it does that, it can kind of feed up and out and into the dirt screener. So I'm really hoping that this will work. You know, it's got heavy duty, easily changeable bearings. These are all like a universal bearing. And then it does have a pretty industrial gearbox already here, ready to go. So we can mount an engine there and have it pulleyed over here. You guys know I like to have gas engines on this stuff. It's just easier for me and my setup right now. This will be a pretty interesting build, but this is like 90% of what I need. So I plan on welding the back axle on it and probably some kind of tongue. We'll just have to make sure it's the right height so it just kind of throws it into the screener. But this belt it was really hard to see how big this was in the pictures. But, you know, and if anybody knows what this is actually for, put it down in the comments. You know, I don't know if this is homemade. It kind of looks homemade, you know, or if you've seen something like this before, let me know. But, you know, we'll have to have, over here, we'll have to cut this off, and this will have to be an adjustable chute kind of gauge on how much dirt is actually flowing out here. You know, depending on the speed and how much, I mean, I think this is going to work really good for what I need. The other thing with my screener is it's dependent on me dumping it in. And when I'm not dumping anything in, it's not working, it's not making money. So my goal is to have 2 or 3 skid loader buckets in here constantly kind of grinding. And while those 2 or 3 buckets in there, I can go off and like get some more dirt ready or move some of the spoils piles, something like that. So I don't know, I could just go spend $250,000 and buy something and have a brand new fancy machine. But you know, I do enjoy fabricating and building this stuff. Like I said, this is kind of the pipe dream I had, so we're gonna make it work. So you guys are probably wondering, what did I pay for this? Paid $700. I mean, you couldn't buy, any of you guys that know anything about these bearings, about these these end wheels and the belts, you know, $700 is absolutely nothing. The height probably isn't too bad. It's definitely going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be an interesting build. We'll see. So now the other thing that I bought, I really should have just left there. I have no idea why I bought this, but let's go take a look at it and see what we got here. It looked bigger in the pictures, which is funny because that looked smaller. This looked bigger. This was apparently a dirt shredder, and this is my first time looking at it. It said it had a 24 horse Honda engine on it. So my thought was, worst case scenario, I just take this motor off and put it on that. You know, I only paid $500 for this, but I kind of wanted to see what this guy had made. This would be kind of nice. A little extra fuel tank. I mean, this thing's wore out. This thing's wore out and been sitting around for years, so we ain't gonna get much use out of this. Just the motor, and we could obviously steal some of these pulleys. And then this is how this guy was grinding dirt. So, you know, maybe we utilize some of these components, but this all looks homemade. He's just got washers in here and I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to meet the guy that built this and chat with him. But, you know, there'll be pulleys under here that we can use, and the engine, hopefully that runs. Maybe we'll take that grinder attachment, and as before it goes up the conveyor, maybe it could run through that grinder too. I don't know. We'll see, guys. Yeah, this thing ain't gonna work for me. I mean, maybe it would. That's the worst part. You could start it up and dump dirt in there, and it might actually just fling it out and be decent, but she's pretty old. She's pretty outdated. That's going to be it for today's auction purchases, guys. Make sure to stay tuned. We'll be doing some welding, fabricating videos, and you guys will get to see the dirt feeder contraption come together. So
I'm about to kill him.
What'd you find, Caleb?
Kit Kat wrapper.
Where?
Everywhere. Leaves them on my desk, leaves them in the mailbox.
Mailbox.
Yeah, because he knows I get the mail.
Sure it ain't the mailman leaving them in there?
I ain't giving the mailman our Kit Kats.
Could be coming in stealing them after hours or something, I suppose.
Yeah, and how did the ride with John go?
Yeah, did you watch it already?
Yeah. Good thing I gave you a camera for a minute file on a 4-hour
No, I did that
way
once.
to go. Just
Gave him the soft launch on the camera, and you could tell he wants nothing to do with the camera.
but why are we talking about John? We're not talking about John.
this was
talking
supposed to
about-
be for you. I didn't even know John was going.
You could have been like, oh, here's the truck, guys.
I'm Dan.
Oh,
Oh,
Just
Yeah,
truck
I
drives
suppose.
really nice.
just driving it home. Seems
Oh.
like a pretty good truck.
The emergency light's on. It's officially part of our fleet.
Yeah.
Something like that.
what, did it come on already?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. These are just things. I'm just spitballing here. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, on the way back, I forgot the camera in his car anyway. He didn't record nothing?
What do you think? He'd be a good fit.
For what? Work?
Part of our team.
Dan's not gonna know that.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I didn't like the whole rolling thing. I was showing him how it works. Very easy, because he's got a little brain up there.
Are you saying he's got a little brain up there? Is that what you're saying? And some people don't that work here?
I'm not going to say nothing, Derek.
Now, you guys love our hats, and check it out. We are fully restocked on all of our hats, guys. Check them out in the merch store. Get yourself some entries for the current giveaway. One simple purchase of a hat could win you $4,500. All right, guys, we got to announce our thank you gift winner for the month of March. So if you guys are a member of our YouTube channel, we pick one member every month, and we send them a free gift. Could be tools, could be cash, whatever we want. It's just a thank you gift. The month of March thank you gift is going to be one of our trailer light testers. These are a hot seller in the merch store. We know you guys like using them. The thank you gift winner for March is going to be Uncle Leo 08137. Uncle Leo, you need to send us an email at media@pegelservices.net, and we'll get this trailer light tester sent out to you. And if you guys are not a member of our YouTube channel yet, I highly encourage you to go check that out. It's $10 a month, gives you full access to all the blooper reels, all the behind the scenes footage, and even our podcast, guys. And then you also have the chance of winning a thank you gift every month. All right.
Hello.
Hey, is this Jack?
It is.
Hey, I was calling about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
Would you like to get that extended for your 96 Ford Taurus?
No, I'd never drive a Ford.
Oh, okay. Hey, you want to come pick up this dump trailer? It's taking up too much of our shop space down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you already know about it, but we're calling to congratulate you on winning that brand new dump trailer.
Sounds good.
What do you do for work?
I drive a concrete truck up in Green Bay.
Oh, do you? Well, we appreciate you being a supporter of our channel. We see you bought some soap and a 10x multiplier, and looks like luck was on your side there. Have you ever won anything before?
No.
Well, by golly, that's what they all say. Sounds like you're driving concrete truck right now, so we'll have Emily reach out to you and we'll get something scheduled. You can get down here and we'll get that dump trailer in your hands and get you on your way. So.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right, thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
Yep, bye. All right, so Jack's super busy. He's got the two-way radio going. It sounds like he's in the mixer truck right now delivering concrete, so not the best phone call there. But like I said, he bought some soap and a 10x multiplier, and turned out to be in his favor. So he's going to be taking home that brand new 2026 load trail dump trailer. And as soon as Jack gets down here, we'll record that. And we got another winner in the books here. So I never thought we'd be doing all these giveaways and having fun like this, but we're super excited about it, and can't wait to get Jack in his new trailer, and hopefully he can go make some money with it. All right, so we got her all unloaded and in the shop, ready to go. Kind of planning this all out in my head now. We obviously have to build this hopper out, and those large dirt beaters that I made are actually the perfect size to fit in here, so that's kind of cool. This belt is all free. I did get it to move. All these bearings move, all the rollers move. Looks like it has like 0 hours on it. It's like it was all brand new and just put together and never really used. I do think this is homemade, but again, if you guys know or have seen anything like this, please let us know. I would find that very interesting. But now I need some help from some of you smarter guys, maybe some guys that have some experience working with hydraulics. I want to make this conveyor feed off a hydraulic drive. I'll mount a gas engine on here that will go to a hydraulic pump, and then that will go through a valve, and it's got to be a variable speed valve because I want this belt to be variable speed. So if the dirt is super wet, I can turn this down a little bit, or if it's super dry, I could turn it up a little bit to feed the screener faster, slower. My question is what size hydraulic pump do I need, and what size drive motors am I gonna need? So I think I'm gonna be able to utilize this pulley here, which goes to this gearbox, and I'm just not familiar with hydraulic drive motors and gallons per minute, stuff like that. So instead of just guessing and buying stuff, kind of asking you guys for assistance. There's got to be somebody out there that knows hydraulics and all this stuff. So so essentially what I want is a hydraulic drive motor to drive this, which would drive that, which would spin that. And then I also want a separate hydraulic drive motor that will be up here and run those beaters to chop up the dirt. So essentially what I want is a gasoline engine that will drive a hydraulic pump that will drive the hydraulic drive motor for the beaters and for the conveyor. So I kind of need to do some research, but I figured what the hell, we might as well ask you guys. You know, sometimes you guys got the answers. Being variable speed is the way to go. Like the dirt screener and the conveyor we made, they're just one speed. With this, I really want to make sure we can have it variable speed. So again, make sure to check out our giveaway, guys. We're giving away $4,500. Get on over to pegelservices.net/shop. Every dollar you spend gets you entries on the current giveaway. So if you want to look like one of our past winners where you're getting a call saying, hey, you won Pegel Services giveaway, all you got to do is get on over to the merch store, get yourself entered to win, and we could be calling you. We appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Out in southwest Wisconsin where the work gets done, we ain't about the fake, we just show the real fun. From fixing up the houses to clearing out the land, a little bit of sweat